Good afternoon, Cardinals. I'm Alexander Agneti, President of the State University of New York at Plattsburgh. It is my pleasure to welcome you to our 2024 spring commencement for the School of Business and Economics. I would ask that you please remain standing for our national anthem as sung by the Plattsburgh State Gospel Choir. Please be seated. As an institution that takes pride in conscious efforts toward building a more inclusive community, we must take time to acknowledge that our campus is situated on land that belongs to the Iroquois, Western Abenaki, Mohican, and Mohawk peoples. We honor the original caretakers of this and surrounding land and offer respect to the Haudenosaunee who are still here. This land and body of water, now known as Lake Champlain, was inhabited and nurtured by these peoples for thousands of years. We must do the same to nurture and protect this sacred land. This statement is a mere fraction of the steps needed to fight against systemic indigenous erasure. We are settlers on their land, and we strive to be accountable by remembering this history and cultivating respect in our relationships with our indigenous neighbors and the land. Thank you. It is my pleasure to introduce our distinguished platform guests. I ask each guest to stand when their name is called and that you please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Adib Chaudhry, a member of the class of 2024 and today's featured speaker. Carter Mosier, President of the Student Association and member of the SUNY Plattsburgh University Council. Dr. Brent Carbajal, Interim Provost and Senior Vice President of Academic Affairs. Michael Cashman, a member of the University Council and Supervisor for the town of Plattsburgh. Chris Rosenquist, a member of the University Council and Mayor of the City of Plattsburgh. James Coffey, a member of the SUNY Plattsburgh University Council. Sidney Garrett, a member of the University Council. Christina Ubel, a member of the University Council. Matthew Veach, First Vice President of the Plattsburgh Alumni Association. Heidi Kelly, Acting Chair of the University Council. Anna Liam, a member of the University Council. Karen McGrath, Vice President, Enrollment and Student Success. Allison Hurd, Vice President, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Dr. Denise Simard, Dean of the School of Education, Health, and Human Services. Dr. Kamila Petrova, Professor of Economics and Finance, School of Business and Economics. Dr. Meg Pearson, Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Sandra Rizak, Chair and Associate Professor of Sociology and Presiding Officer of the Faculty. And Bridget Heine, Associate Professor of Communication Studies and Chair of the Faculty Senate. Please join me in welcoming our platform guests. I would like to recognize some of today's graduates. Some of you will receive your degrees this morning, technically this afternoon, with honor. Your academic achievements are commendable. Those students who have earned a grade point average between 3.4 and 3.69 out of a possible 4.0 will graduate cum laude with honor. Will those students please stand and be recognized? Students who have earned a grade point average between 3.7 and 3.89 receive their degrees magna cum laude with high honor. Please stand and be recognized. Congratulations. And students who have earned a grade point average of 3.9 or higher, that's almost straight A's, graduate summa cum laude with the highest honor. Please stand and be recognized by your fellow students, faculty, family, and friends. Some of our graduates today are actively serving in the reserves, in the National Guard, or are veterans of the United States Armed Forces. Many of you in attendance today are also active or veterans of service. We ask all of you to stand and to be recognized for your service to our country. We would not be here today if it were not for the scholars, teachers, and mentors who have supported our graduates throughout their educational journey. I would like for all of us to recognize the many faculty and professional staff who have guided this class through a rigorous course of academic study and supported them throughout their university experience. Would the faculty and professional staff please stand? Graduates, this is your opportunity to show them your appreciation. Thank you. Now I want to turn my attention to our purpose today, celebrating our graduates. You are what today is all about. I want to thank you for attending SUNY Plattsburgh. We are a better place because of your presence on our campus. For many of you, this is your first in-person graduation ceremony. The high school class of 2020 did not see such events, so this rite of passage is particularly special. As students, you bore many challenges in your early university career. COVID testing, vaccinations, masking, and more became part of your daily life starting college. The university you experienced changed from that day, and as it did for all of us. You have persevered, you have overcome, which is a cause for great celebration. I ask everyone here today to give these graduates a very special round of applause. Congratulations. Many of you arrived with a general idea as to a possible career path. Others didn't know what you wanted to do, but you knew a university education was the key to your success. As you leave today, you are educated and you are equipped with critical thinking skills that have helped prepare you for the future. You are career ready thanks to your own dedication and hard work. along with those who have invested in you. I also want to commend you for your activism and attention to matters of equity, belonging, and social justice. Your role in this growing effort has been critical. I have great confidence you will each contribute to make our world a better place for yourselves, for your families, your loved ones, and generations to come. That is what Cardinals do. I know you will take the opportunity and experience that you've had and achieve much. We are proud of each of you who are graduating, particularly our first generation students who are graduating today. At this moment, in this gymnasium, in front of your closest friends and family, I want you to know how very proud I am of each and every one of your accomplishments. Congratulations to each and every one of you. At this time, I would ask Provost Carbajal to join me at the lectern.
Muy buenas tardes. Good afternoon. We will now present the candidates for degrees. Because we believe that each candidate should be formally and publicly recognized on this day of celebration, each will cross the stage to be congratulated. Dr. Tracy Guccio, Professor of English and Director of the Red K Honors Program, and Dr. Shauna Mefford-Kelty, Associate Professor of Theater, will announce each graduate's name. Members of the University Council will present diploma covers to each of the candidates as their names are announced. Will the candidates for Master of Science, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Science please stand? That's all of you. President Agnetti, on behalf of the faculty of the State University of New York at Plattsburgh, I am pleased to recommend these candidates be granted degrees or the certificate which they have earned.
On the recommendation of the outstanding faculty and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of the State University of New York, I hereby confer upon you the degree each of you have earned, with all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges pertaining thereunto. Congratulations, and please be seated. The recipients of these degrees will come forward by row. Please follow the directions when to stand. Congrats again.
Mohammed Fahat. Eric Yusufu. Shahidul Islam. Hansel de Cruz. Ryan Hogg. George Muller. Adam Tredowitz. Mildred Ajero. Nidhi Barad. Sage Zimmerman. Sabrina Burgess. Kelly Versailles. Osa Muye Akapata.
Nolisa Warner, cum laude. Diane Freiner, cum laude. Sequoia Acacia. Nema Miriam Nangayo Moada, cum laude. Kevin Zambrano. Dear Jane. Munmun Atri, cum laude. Sean Vogel, summa cum laude. John Clement, cum laude. Gina Ann Doris Lilo, summa cum laude. Lilla Neese. May Oshansky. Tatum Cheney, summa cum laude. Ivy Borick. Bennett Stockdale, cum laude. Ryan Butler. Paul Breyer, magna cum laude. Thomas Maya. Adib Chowdhury, summa cum laude. Celine Wakeze, magna cum laude. Larib Assem, cum laude. Sam Mohammed. Sahar Fatima. Emma Pingera. Jonathan Rubios. Julian Polanco. Aaron Little, magna cum laude. Jeter Alonso, cum laude. Kellyanne Harvey, summa cum laude. Maggie LaFountain. Kayla Smith, magna cum laude. Layla Samuel. Jack Healy. Dylan Shalvey, cum laude. Cameron Morin, magna cum laude.
Andrea Martin, magna cum laude. Chelsea Warwick Liberty, magna cum laude. Joseph McGough. Morgan Feld, cum laude. Ashley McFadden. Kate McConaughey, cum laude. Sarah Feingold. Krista Gruber, cum laude. Abigail Magurno, summa cum laude. Denali Rodriguez Garnica, magna cum laude. Kira Dillon. Zachary Serpa. Isaac Sanchez. Jenna Hansen. Adelise Cruz. Madison Steely. Jacqueline Vreeland. Rosalind Jacquez. Caroline Summers. Emily Collar, summa cum laude. Mitu Islam. Levi Delaney, cum laude. Louis Matherin. Jason Boucher, cum laude. Justin Blanchette. Musa Kohn. Damian Hunter. Alexandra Klassen. Yenping Chang, cum laude. Jack Defayette. Nicholas Goldberg. Matthew Melismanage. Randy Jepson. Jaden Shambo. Lily Roy, magna cum laude. Joshua Hoyt. Jesse Taylor. Matthew Mera. Matthew Ferrara. Kyle Jepko.
Jonathan Javier Urgilas. Adam Tyler Shine. Paul John Zerlini, cum laude. Aiden Vidal. John Mattis, cum laude. Alex Brienza. Peter Conte. Olaide Aderopoco. Perry Beggs. Henry Joffa Bay. Amelia McDonald. Isabel Martinez, summa cum laude. Mariliana Rodriguez. PJ Vazana. Mia DeAndre. Connor Gonzalski. Genesis Santiago. Christina Carson, cum laude. Kiana Nadeau, cum laude. Adam Babaradsky. Haley He. Okay. Brandon Edmond. Jeffrey Brian Hens. Skylar Barker. Benjamin Hanna. Ashante Mayo. Shannon Harold, cum laude. Sanzita Arobi. Bradley Whitesell. Leah Gorell. Hannah Michelle Lawrence, magna cum laude. Marissa Perry, cum laude. Abigail Landolph. Sana Fujita. Samantha Santos. Bianca Damas Hernandez. Leanne Joseph. David Nemi. Abdo Alamari. And Jade Outlaw.
Congratulations, graduates. Congratulations, Cardinals. Another round of applause. It is a tradition at SUNY Plattsburgh for a member of the graduating class of students to be our featured speaker at this momentous occasion. Senior Adib Chaudhary is an economics and finance major from Bangladesh. Adib especially appreciates the resources and opportunities provided to him in SBE and says he has developed an amazing network of friends, faculty, and professionals. A minor in political science, Adib says he is appreciative of Dr. Lucia Manzi, assistant professor in the program. He said she really renewed his interest in political activism and fighting for social justice causes that matter to him. Her support led him to win the 2023 Feinberg Undergraduate Research Prize. After graduation, Adib plans to work in the financial and wealth management area with a focus on data-driven investment strategies. He also hopes to be an author and write children's fiction. Please join me in welcoming Adib as today's featured speaker.
Thank you, President Inyeti. Dear friends, family, faculty, and guests, thank you for the opportunity to be here with all of you today. After making a lifetime's worth of memories at SUNY Plattsburgh, it is my honor, privilege, and joy to be able to speak to the community that has shaped who I am. I would like to share a quote that has resonated deeply with me. The world is being quietly changed every single moment by everyday people who believe that they can. Perhaps you expect that this quote is from a world leader, or maybe an influential thinker, or perhaps a CEO. But no. This quote is actually from a children's TV show that I was watching last year with my best friends in their dorm room on a random Saturday night. Because I believe that's what college is really about, isn't it? Realizing that wisdom, inspiration can come from anywhere at any time. The moments, ideas, and above all, the people who will change your world often enter your life when you're not even looking. Most of us have a certain mental image of what changing the world looks like. Yes, this can often be something great, grand, and groundbreaking, but I believe that image is incomplete. People on this campus change the world every single day without even realizing it, and I believe this is especially true for the class of 2024. Our college journey began in a way that none of us could have ever imagined, with a global pandemic. Within a bizarrely short amount of time, it occurred to all of us that our college experience might look very different from what we had been expecting. And yet, how did we respond? We responded by looking out for each other. We responded by taking every precaution to help and protect people who are strangers to us, because that's what Cardinals do. In the years that followed, as the world was rocked by turbulence and conflict on a scale unseen in decades, students on this campus stood up for human rights, justice, and equality, because that is what Cardinals do. In the face of confusion and uncertainty, we responded with resilience, solidarity, and empathy. Every day, I see Lynn at Clinton asking each person who walks in how their day was and offering words of encouragement. I heard the passion and excitement in students' voices as they explained to young children what an eclipse is and why they're witnessing something incredible. I see cultural events full of people from every background who are there to learn about the world without judgment and without hesitation. I see skateboarders on Ruger Street who volunteered to teach me how to skate after I couldn't stay on my board. I see students going out of their way to support and inspire their classmates every day, motivated by the genuine desire to see each other succeed. Every day that I've attended this college, I have seen kindness, curiosity, and integrity. I see people quietly change the world by teaching and taking care of each other, because that is what Cardinals do. There are certain people who have changed my world, whether they realize it or not. Professor Lucia Manzi believed that my work in political research was worth something even when I didn't. She single-handedly inspired me to become active in social and political justice movements that matter to me, such as the rights of marginalized communities worldwide. My advisor, Professor Camelia Petrova, has not only provided priceless support, advice, and guidance throughout my college and professional life, but is also genuinely one of the smartest people I have ever met. The Global Education Office is not just where I've worked for almost 3 years. It has become my second home and another family of mine. It is a place where I know I will always find comfort, peace, and guidance. To my closest friends throughout college, some of whom are in this room today, nothing can bring me more joy and honor than knowing that you have stood by my side and been there for me when I've needed you the most. Getting to know you and the people I've come to love has been one of the most glorious and meaningful journeys I've ever had the privilege to experience. My brilliant sister Odora has been my #1 supporter and my role model since I was born. Ever since I was in first grade, she was the first person to read the earliest and most embarrassing draft of every story I wrote. Her brutal honesty made me a better writer, and the example she set for me made me a better human being. To this day, she reads everything I write. In case you're watching this on live stream, hi sis, I miss you. My mother spent so much of her life cultivating my love for art, literature, and humanity, and is the reason I dream of being an author one day. She has shown me how empathy and love can overcome the most difficult battles of all. From my father, someone who is always learning and exploring, I inherited a sense of wonder and curiosity about the world that we live in. He showed me the kind of man that I strive to become every single day. I believe leaving home and coming to college really opened my eyes to how my family's values and teachings shaped who I am, and how I'm determined to carry on those values and embody those values as I move forward in my life. As I stand here today, I know I'm speaking to an audience of future CEOs, business people, economists, accountants, and teachers. But I know I'm also speaking to an audience of people who will stand up for what matters to them. People who will go out of their way to help, support, and inspire others. People who will create the most beautiful art and tell the most incredible stories. People who will embody the revolutionary powers of kindness, integrity, creativity, and love. Because that is what Cardinals do. So please, know that you can change the world. You have already changed mine, and you've already changed each other's. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you, Adib. And now I'd like to introduce Carter Mosier, President of the Student Association and a member of the University Council. Carter?
Good afternoon, Cardinals. With your matriculation into SUNY Plattsburgh, you became a member of the Student Association. Today we come together to celebrate your commencement and therefore matriculation into the Alumni Association. While you will no longer be students, you will now take an important role to our current student body as role models. They will look to you for leadership, success, and most of all, a sense of passion for this beautiful place that we call SUNY Plattsburgh. The place that you can now officially call your alma mater. Although I'm not graduating alongside you today, I have been granted the opportunity to help you, the family of students I've grown to love over the years, dive headfirst into this real world that we've all heard so much about. I am honored to have been conferred the rights by virtue of the office of the Student Association President to help mark this passage for the class of 2024. Please rise. On the count of three, please move your tassel from the right side of your mortarboards to the left side over your heart, the true home, your alma mater. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, class of 2024. It is now my pleasure to introduce Matthew Veach, a 1994 alumni of SUNY Plattsburgh and the first vice president of the Plattsburgh Alumni Association. Matthew.
Thank you, Carter. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Plattsburgh Alumni Association, it is my pleasure to congratulate the class of 2024. The Plattsburgh Alumni Association is the official organization of the college's more than 72,000 alumni. Our mission is to enhance alumni connections with the university and to actively support the SUNY Plattsburgh student experience, especially with regard to career and life preparation. I speak for my colleagues on the Alumni Board when I offer you our sincere congratulations. We are most hopeful that you will continue your involvement with your alma mater. You have an important role as alumni of SUNY Plattsburgh. We hope you will help us to ensure students following in your footsteps will also enjoy the Plattsburgh experience we are celebrating today. Stay in touch and come back for your first homecoming and family weekend, September 27th and 28th, 2024. Congratulations and welcome to the Plattsburgh Alumni Association.
Let me end this ceremony by wishing each of our graduates much success in your careers and in your lives. You enter today as students, and you leave as graduates. I encourage you to take time and see a professor or a mentor who is here today before you leave. We'd also like to thank the following: our faculty marshal, Dr. Mohammed Gaber, Distinguished Professor of Accounting; Plattsburgh State Gospel Choir, our signer, Joanna Jackson; the Montreal RCMP Band, and the many faculty and professional staff who volunteered to assist with today's ceremony. To our guests, thank you for attending. Please wait until the graduates, faculty, and platform party have left. You may then go outside and meet your graduate outside. So Cardinals, one last round of applause to you all. Congratulations, you did it.
lovely person to do it.